All right, fellow lords of gaming. Today I want to jump into Marvel Future Fight because we've got the new characters that we need to dive deep in on, and we're gonna start out with leveling some of these characters. Principally, I want you guys to make sure that on the 15th of this the 15th level reward of the future pass, the normal rewards, you get this from just playing the game. Make sure you're playing the game modes every day and you can get them. You're gonna unlock Winwu the Mandarin with his 10 bios from there. Pretty damn good. So we're gonna acquire those bios from him. That's gonna allow us to basically unlock the character inside the game. So we'll go in here to our team and Winwu will appear right here. So let's consume those. And there you have it. So now we've essentially got Winwu. We need those bios because that's going to be the only way to unlock him free to play. If you actually want more bios for this character, the other way that you're probably going to have to get them is through the shop. And in the store, there's an exclusive pass. There's perks inside the store. I can't remember where they are because I haven't purchased this so damn long. It's a daily perk that you can purchase to get them if you find it inside the shop. I can't remember exactly where it was for some odd fucking reason, but it's one of those daily rewards that you get inside here. And basically every day you get exclusive character, about 10 bios a day, because he's technically an exclusive character. Now, instead of Winwu, though, you can also get Katy or Awkwafina. That's what I'm calling her. Awkwafina's character. She's free to play. And the good thing about her is she is 100% free to play. You can get her bios a number of ways. Now, it says inside the shop, but there's a number of ways you can get her bios. The way that I got her initial bios was simply by going to my craft section and then using the biometrics from here to draft them. So, for instance, if I go here and I use 10 of these, I can produce biometrics from here, and it's going to give me a pool of characters. Oddly, that's weird. Okay, so there you go. I got one of her. So you can do that to get biometrics for her. The other way that you can get her as well is inside your inventory. If you happen to get, or my inbox rather, excuse me, inside my inbox. Where's my inbox? There we go. You get a set number of, you can generally playing through Shadowland and some other game modes. Let me acquire some of this stuff, not including the NG. I was playing some Shadowland. So you will get these biometric selectors, and those biometric selectors, she's going to be available to you inside there. So this is a good way to get biometrics for that character. So this is going to probably be the easiest way to rank up this character, is getting biometrics free to play. That's going to be your easiest way to do it. The question is Awkwafina good enough for you to play with? So here goes the truth of the matter, right? So that way I don't bullshit you through a whole video. I don't want this video to be extremely long. I'm not going to bullshit you about Awkwafina's character. Is she good enough for you to purchase and to play with? She's not a transcendent character. She's not a awakened or transcendent, and she's not a tier 3 character. That should let you know right in itself where that character ranks. Is probably not going to be a character that you as a new player should necessarily be so concerned with getting, because truth of the matter is that she's not going to be probably a character that you will use in order to get through a lot of content. There's other better characters in the game, especially free to play and exclusive characters, that you probably should invest in more. So, but if you're like me and you've been stockpiling items, this is a good way to get those characters all the way up. So for instance, I've got a number of these mega upgrade tickets right here. I've got advancement tickets. So for instance, for Awkwafina, one of the ways that you can do this is simply, using that character inside the pool to get those rewards and go, here she is, she's at 2-star or whatever, and now I can use rank up tickets that I have, or I can use the biometrics that I have from her to rank her up. I'm going to use my rank up tickets in order to get her all the way up to 6-star. That's going to be the easiest way for me anyways, because I'm collecting these, and at this point I don't have anything to do with these damn tickets. I've got so many of them. You will acquire these tickets. They are given away fairly frequently. And if you look at the current event shop, that's one of those items that is available to you to actually purchase inside the shop. Pretty goddamn decent if you ask me. So let's go rank up and then get the last rank up ticket here. There we go. So that's how I basically get my Awkwafina to rank up all the way to 6-star. That's probably going to be the easiest way. And then anything inside here to get her from 1 to 10, I just basically use these chips, these XP chips that you generate from using the game. Damn, I thought that would have been enough to get her to level 60. Yeah, let's say that's enough. Wow, Jesus, what the freak? I thought that would totally be enough. Cool, saving me inventory slots. Let's go about 50. There we go. And there she goes. So now I basically essentially have my Awkwafina at level 60 tier 3. The question is, you know, you have to go through this to level these characters up. She's probably going to be a beneficial character in terms of just having on your roster. Don't forget, you're going to have to rank up these gear slots as well. You can crystal enhance, but do not do that. There's no point in doing that. We're just going to go a full max upgrade on this, and then relay enhance and go a full upgrade as well. I think that the speed class overall, there are some pretty good tier 3s inside the speed class. You can see the reason why I used what you call is because to rank up her gear from 16 to 20 is going to cost me some biometrics, and that's fine because it's going to cost you roughly per character somewhere between 400 and 600 biometrics to rank up that gear. You could feasibly just skip that part and not have to worry about it, but you know, it's entirely up to you. It's one of those things that you have to take a look at. But like I said, so if you're a new player, is she going to be a character that you necessarily want to rank up immediately, especially if you're low on resources or anything like that? No, I wouldn't bother, because like I said, at this point in the game, the ability to use even just a tier 2 character inside the game has very little outcome. You need to be working on characters that have awakened potentials or are working towards T3, because a lot of the in-game content is going to focus on that, and I'll show you what I mean as soon as I finish leveling this gear slot. So I wish I would just skip that shit. Unfortunately, there's just no way to skip it because you're using it. So I didn't even use that many biometrics to level her up. I'm surprised about that. Got pretty lucky there. That's fine though, because I can use her biometrics on somebody else, so I'm not too concerned with it. It's the gold that's the matter. It's the gold that's the matter. So now I have her here. You can go inside here and you can use an advancement ticket. I am not going to use that advancement ticket to level her up. It doesn't really make much sense to do that. We'll max that out, and I actually have mastery tickets, but I'm not going to use that one. So we'll max her out and we'll go here, close. And now we can use one of these tier 2 advancement tickets that's normal. These are mega advancement tickets, so it's going to enable a character that's just 6-star go all the way to there, and you don't even need to level up their gear for that. But I'm just going to use this one right here, and I'll advance her to tier 2. There you go. Pretty damn simple. So I'll share that with my alliance, let them know, hey, I'm working on these motherfucking characters. So that's pretty much the way you want to do that with a normal character like that, and you're going to get some rewards for leveling up. So I'm going to get about 60 crystals just for getting her to level 60. That's fine. To tier 2, and about 200,000 crystals, 200,000 gold back for leveling her up. So that's typically the way you level up a character. Now, once you do that, you do have to realize their potential, and the best way to do that is to put them on a team inside World Boss Ultimate or World Boss Legend and play with them there. Now you can go about the hassle of doing some of the other things in here, like setting ISO 8. I will typically come inside here, and I know overhand that I'm only going for 2 types of ISO sets. One is going to be one ISO set is basically going to be high Power of Angry Hulk, or the other one's going to be Overdrive. If I get a Hawk's Eye on a character, I don't necessarily bother or mind, but typically that's what I'm doing. So I'll preset the ESO in here. I'll equip that with a all attack. I'm not going to give her one of these red ones simply because, yeah, that's not the deal with this character. I don't think that she's going to be getting a uniform anytime soon, or transcendent either. So it's just not what I'm going to do at all for that character. I don't see making that much of an investment inside of her. But looking at it like this is almost a guaranteed way of you knowing, hey, this is what I'm probably going to be getting with this character in terms of pushing for a set bonus. Let's try this one time and go auto set change, and let's see what we get for Power Angry Hulk or Overdrive. Actually, for her, I don't even care if I get a Hawk's Eye. That's fine to me. And we can repeat this if you want to, but I'm going to do it up to attempting set change for 20 times. Let's see if I get either Hawk's Eye or any of them like that. There we go. So I got Hawk's Eye. Not going to complain about it. That's good enough for me for this character. So now I can complete what I have inside here. I only have red ESO Ace for HP. You don't really use so much of those. And then we have these over here. I'll go with no. Fuck it. Like, this is one of those things where you're equipping characters based on, like, you know, how often are you going to really use this character? I know, for instance, that this character is not going to be a character that I use very often. I'll give her a normal proc obelisk that kind of fits her build and her skill set. So we can look at her skills. For instance, she does physical attack. She doesn't really do anything but bleed, and bleed is not a great ability. So like, none of that's really gonna matter. So what I want to give her in terms of custom gear is going to be something like a guard break. Like this would be this is a fine one right here. So like she'd get a guard break right here, and that's probably the one I'm gonna equip on her. That guard break immunity probably is the best one. Like you see, is like the rest of the ones, this is not increasing anything that she is going to benefit from. So that guard break is probably going to be it. Ignore dodge would be another one that's probably good for her, but yeah, I've got so many of these that I need to get rid of. So we'll just equip her with the guard break immunity. Where did it go? Yeah, there we go. We'll equip that one on her. It's a good save slot. So now I essentially have a character that I can use for world boss, for Shadowlands. That's essentially what tier 2 characters at this point are used for, you know. And that's true whether you are a free-to-play player, pay-to-play player, or whatever. At this point in the game, with the awakened potential and the transcendent potential and the tier 3 characters, tier 2 characters, tier 1 characters are pretty much Shadowland based characters. So she will probably do just fine in Shadowland. Typically with characters that I know I'm only using in Shadowlands, I only increase the 3, 4, and 5 skills. That's the skills with the actual effects on them, and there's no point in leveling up these skills unless they are going to do something significant for you, and they just aren't. Now when we look at the character, also we want to be looking at whether or not they are going to provide anything in terms of boost to other characters. So she actually does give a pretty damn good decent passive where she has a critical damage increase of 30% and ignore target's dodge rate by 30%, and then she has a leadership where she's increasing the critical rate by 18%, and she's also giving Shang-Chi a all attack bonus of 60%. So she's a really good support character, and that's the reason why you want to level her to tier 2, because you could use her with Shang-Chi inside World Boss Ultimate. Because she doesn't have an awakened skill or anything like that, you couldn't use her in World Boss Legend. But as a free-to-play player or a beginning player, you probably don't have the tools to play World Boss Legend, so she would pair really nicely with a free-to-play character like Shang-Chi and be inside World Boss Ultimate and kind of help you out there to kind of augment him and get him even stronger. So that's the main reason why I picked her to go there. Overall, I think that the character is a pretty decent character. She has some really nice skills, but I think mostly she's going to be a support class character inside World Boss Ultimate for Shang-Chi. Unfortunately, I don't play a lot of World Boss Ultimate anymore. This is a really cool skill. It's just another buff skill for her. Like, Shang-Chi has the same thing. It's kind of awesome to me. But she has like a lot of pretty decent good Shadowland skills inside here, so I anticipate her being a really good Shadowland clear, and I'll probably pair her up with Shang-Chi in later stages for World Boss clears as well. So and maybe she will get a transcendent potential. I just doubt it. I don't see it really happening anytime soon. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope this gives you some insight into how the characters work. Keep in mind that certain things inside the character that you want to be looking at in terms of how to use the character also matter. So for instance, like how the skills work. So I'll say, for instance, like you can look at her kit, and when you're looking at them, you want to see which skills are actually triggering with each of them. So for instance, with her, you can see that she's basically getting decreases all attacks right here on her 5th skill. So this is a great way to reduce the character's immunity, to decrease the character's defenses. It stacks all the way up to 40 to 50, 60%. Then you can see her 3rd skill over here gives her a complete 100% chance immunity, but it's also increasing all her basic attacks as well by 50%, which is pretty good. And then you can see her 4th skill is giving her a 50% chance to penetrate. It's also causing paralysis and giving her a boost. So something like 4-3-5 or 3-4-3-5-4 is probably going to be the best thing for you to do with the character, and playing in between one of those. Now, there is a website that I really do like. Let me see. Hold on. What is the website? There's a website that I frequently use. Jesus, I can't remember what it's called. Hold on one second. Let me pull it up. I should have pulled this up already. Where are you at? Oh, don't tell me they took the website down. There's a website. I'll probably pin it inside the video if I can find it, that typically will show any of the rotations for Marvel Future Fight, and it's a website that it's actually pretty good. Oh, here it is right here. So there's a website that is held. I don't know who the person is that maintains the website. I think it's a pretty damn good website actually for the characters in the game. Well, Katy's not in the game yet, so unfortunately we don't have her just yet. But this website will typically show you the proc rotations for characters and stuff like that inside the game. So she doesn't have a proc rotation right now, but I can tell you straightforward, looking at the character, you're probably going to be running a 3-4-5 or a 3-3-5-4 or a 4-5-3, or I mean, yeah, 3-5-4. 3-5-4 is probably going to be the rotation, and that's one of the things that, you know, some of the high-end players will play with inside testing, so that way they can see it. I'll probably play around with it and give you some more information on the character, but there you guys have it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember, hit that like and subscribe button in the comment section. I mean, even just looking at Marvel Future Fight, you get to see the difference between this and Marvel Future Revolution, or a game like Marvel's Avengers, and how the build sets happen inside there. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Until next time, guys, peace.